Hey kids, we are going to review some stuff from Armlabz, the Armlabz Forearm Roller 2.0, okay? ARMLABZ, they got a website, they're on social media. First, we'll get to the Forearm Roller next. What they included was, again, they sent me this stuff free. They offered to pay me to make the videos. I'm not being paid for these videos because I don't want to be constrained to only saying nice things. So I'm not charging them for the videos, but I am going to be honest about the stuff. They sent this bottle called, I think it's called the bar bottle. The Armlabz bottle. I thought it was called bar bottle. That's where I saw that. I knew I didn't make up that name. It's pretty slick. It's I don't know what 75 ounces in quarts is, but it measures the water in ounces and in pounds. All right. So you guys that have to cut weight to make a class, the classic way of cutting weight is you do a water cut. Then the night before you jump in the sauna, you dehydrate yourself as much as you can. I would typically lose 10% of my body weight in the sauna, which for me was 12, 15 pounds or so. No, 10% would be 20. Yeah, I would lose between 10 and 20 pounds in the sauna. Before you start putting solid food back into your stomach after cutting all that weight, you should replenish all that water you lost. So if you cut 15 pounds in the sauna, you just fill that up to the 5-pound level, crawl into a bathtub, fill that bathtub full of Epsom salts, and sip this water 3 times. What I used to have to do is I knew a gallon of water weighed 8.34 pounds. So I would do the math, but nobody feels like doing math and they're depleted and they're all sunk in and they're all nervous about their competition tomorrow. So pretty slick. I'm actually surprised more bottles don't actually list the weight of water in pounds. Very handy for you guys that got to cut weight. What we are here to talk about is the Forearm Roller. Come in and get a zip close up on this. When I saw this on the website, all right, I expected to weigh a lot more. If you remember in the old days, we used to train forearms by just rolling a strap up on a pipe, but that forced you to let go and regrip it. Armlabz was pretty clever. It ratchets, so you do not have to let go, okay? The beauty of that is, since you're not letting go and regripping, you should be able to do a lot heavier weight. And if you go to my channel every single day, you know there are 2 undeniable truths about arm wrestling. Always go sideways, always train heavier. So reverse wrist curls and the wrist flexion wrist curls. Since it ratchets and the strap comes up, it's, let's go reverse. Boom, 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 boom. So, we're grinding it out. But now the strap's up there. What you do is, these 2 little buttons are your release. That, Armlabz, you could probably revise a little bit. This is it just freely drops the thing, man. First time I did this was in the house. A little friction clutch in here will go a long ways. So a Forearm Roller 3.0, maybe y'all could put a clutch in there or something. Did I mention how lightweight this thing is? When I looked at this online before it came to me, I was expecting this to be very heavy. This thing probably weighs under 2 pounds, maybe 1.5 pounds. I mean, it's real lightweight. I'm surprised at how little it weighs. But I'm telling you, this is the classic way of building mass in our forearms back in the day. But that's going to get real old real fast. Let's see if Do you have to push both of them? Maybe it falls at half speed if you only pull one. Anyways, clever take on an old classic. Come on, get a good zoom in on this. Clever take on an old classic. Look up Armlabz if you want to build those big Popeye type forearms. And if you're in anything but the super heavyweight class, this is pretty clever. That classic bar bottle with weight in it. All right, kids. You know, check them out. If it's not for you, buy one for your mother. What, baby? 6 minutes. Oh. That's classic. Thanks, kids.